Okay, so I'm in the middle of a unknown science facility called Big Mountain with only a third of my organs. Somehow I appear to be functioning. My hat's probably covering the Tesla coils. Never mind. Let's figure out more about this crappy pieces of technology these guys want.
Bottomite! Has it come for hellos? You'll get no such satisfaction from me.
Fuck that. Where's one that's moderately nice? Hello.
Breaking news! Talking lobotomite arrives in think tank. Its purpose, unknown. Undefinable. Its presence here, impossible.
You're Dr. O, correct?
Oh? Oh, yes. I'm not going to bother correcting you. At least you got the doctor part correct. I can be grateful for that, at least. Stop the presses! Just in from my eye monitors. Is that Robco tech on your arm? It is! What's your agenda bringing that in here?
What, my Pip-Boy?
How dare you bring Robco tech in here? What are you showing off? How great Robert House and his big company are?
Oh, we can make Securitrons better than any robot those geniuses at Big Mountain could make, and they'll last 1,000 years.
You're lucky I don't have hands to tear that dip boy off your arm, or feet to stomp on its stupid metal guts. Ugh. Damn Robco.
I'm sensing bad blood here. I won't bother telling you what House and his robots have been up to since.
Worry about House? Why would I do this? Hope he died alone in a dingy room, streaming his last remaining bodily fluids into jars.
Wasn't that Howard Hughes?
Him and his dirty girl bots. Don't even get me started on those filthy biological catcher's mitts.
Ugh. Yeah, don't want to know about that, trust me. Just want to ask some questions.
Fine. Ask.
What do you do here?
All things robotical. You see a robot? I made it. See a broken robot? I made it that way. Deconstructed it down to parts. I have a gift with machines. I can render anything inoperable. Preserve them in a non-functioning state.
Breaking machines, then. That's not too impressive.
Who asked you? You just wait until a working machine threatens you, and you'll wish I was around.
So, do you have another name, then, if you don't want to be called O?
Yeah, I do. It wasn't always O. I just took that one by default because sometimes it's easier to accept the mistake as long as the purpose works. I don't want to get into it. It's a sore topic with me. Makes my gel ripple.
Are you sure? I'm a good listener. I've got ears for it.
Great. Psychology. Clearly the worst of the sciences, right after colostodiuretics. Okay, so my name is an O. Never was. It was circular, a single character, digit, but not O. But even with enhanced sensors, no one here could get it right. Always kept seeing the letter, not the number.
So they kept confusing the letter with a number. You mean your name is Dr. Zero?
Yes, thank you. Zero. I am zero. How hard is that? A narrow, thin zero.
Alright, so you want me to call you Zero, or...?
Zero's my name. I'm proud of it, alright? It doesn't get the recognition it deserves.
Oh, you are a massive
Truth be
Zero.
told, my emotional attachment to it doesn't even register compared to just having people recognize the difference. It's just that they're both sort of round and hollow, so when they monitor scan them, they assume that, oh, it's O. Vivisect me, please.
If you want to differentiate the O and the Zero, just put a slash through the Zero.
What?
It's standard term link code to distinguish the two.
Did I shoot myself with a brainial beam or something? That's brilliant. I mean, I would have come to the same conclusion. Eventually. Oh, who am I deceiving? I never would have figured that out. I can't figure anything out. I'm useless.
And that's what makes you truly a zero.
Exactly. At least the old name was indisputable. O is more like surprise. Oh, look what I stepped in.
Well, there's power in zero. It reduces anything multiplied against it to zero.
Well, of course it does. That's the most lethal of mathematics. That's pretty cool, actually. Destroyer of numbers. I already wreck every robot I study. Why not basic arithmetic?
Yeah, fuck it.
I like your solution. With that kind of slash in the middle, I can set myself apart. If I wanted to. The make a zero and all the think tank. They won't be able to escape it. That diagonal slash right down the middle. Thanks. Talking to you, it really helped unclog some frustration. Talking. What a primitive form of thought kicking.
Huh? So, Zero, got any amazing discoveries to share?
You know, hearing my name said like that, it really de-reses my screens. As for discoveries, well, of course. Look at this. Just, built it. Amazing, isn't it?
It certainly is interesting, whatever it once was.
You know what? I'm not even gonna pretend. I broke one of the monitors, and those innards start falling out everywhere. If you could just hold on to that for me until, well, forever, that would be welcome.
Oh, for fuck's sake, I am not a trash can. I need more of those worthless caps to test the CRU bar to function upstairs.
I'd have a few left. Let me check. Yeah, there were a few under the monitors here. Here you go. Keeps the place tidy.
Nice. So, can you tell me about the facility?
Big Mountain used to be a mountain. Then there was a slight mishap. Now it's a crater. The dome used to be buried, now it's exposed to the sky. Don't get me wrong. Makes the sky light up like a planetarium at night. All those spectra. So soothing.
You blew up a mountain. How? Fuck it. Tell me about Mobius and his monsters.
That genius Mobius somehow cobbled together these really impressive-looking robot scorpions with spare parts. Even painted them. Tried to see what makes them tick. Can't even examine them without them detonating all over me. Left with shrapnel and burns. Every time. Supposedly, he has even larger models, even a giant robot scorpion hidden deep within the Forbidden Zone. Yeah, right. Giant monsters, sure.
A giant robot scorpion, are you serious?
Yeah, crazy, right? Something right out of a midnight science fiction feature. Ridiculous. What are the odds?
Yeah, I highly doubt it. Okay, that's enough. Bye, Zero.
Until our next scheduled audio transmission and reception, then.
Okay. Oh god, it's the creepy one.
You are an unusual specimen to so boldly walk into the mighty expanse of the think tank, fearless and proud as a teddy bear. Between the extraction of their higher reasoning abilities and urination-inducing fear, most lobotomites dare not approach us, let alone speak to us. Yet you have no such fear. Facing me, epidermis flushed with blood, plasma running molten beneath, your face contorting with muscular expression. Will you indulge me? Say a few words. Face towards the monitors, please, so that I might record it for further examination.
Lady, just talking to you makes me feel dirty. Fine, the quick scribe jumped over the lazy paladin.
Yes, go on. Seeing your lips and mouth forming words, both revolting and somehow... How does it feel to have the flesh roll around in your mouth like that? To control each muscle and the tongue? Like having a fish or extremely dexterous slug lolling and flopping in one's malval cavity.
It seems like you have more biological needs than your counterparts.
What? Nonsense.
Maybe this'll work.
What? What are you doing? Stop it. Why? Why are you making me partake in this filthy formography? Enough. I am already intrigued. You have sufficiently percolated me.
Oh god, what did I just do?
I don't know what it is about the biology of lobotomites. It infects my thoughts. All that skin and muscle and tissue.
Why don't you just give in? There's nothing wrong with looking at the human body.
Perhaps there is value in what you say. I did so enjoy breathing once, long ago.
I could come back any time and just breathe if you want.
Would you? I feel so ashamed, but yet so intrigued. You'll need to give me a rest in between visits, or else my gel might run over. If you're ready, let me radar scan you. Slowly. Woo. Woo. Purple, purple, woo. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Purple. Ba-ba, bloop. Ba-ba, bloop. Ba-ba, bloop. Whew. Last little bit there. Thank you, lobotomite. Please, you must come back for further study when I've had a rest. I'm a little sensitive right now.
Oh god, what the hell did I just partake in? By the way, who are you? Not to be rude after that intriguing passion that we just shared. And what do you do here?
Why, my little bear of teddiness. I am Dr. Dala, first head chief researcher of mineralogy and medicinal sciences. I have 211 doctorates in both applied sciences and techniques to apply those sciences. I also possess a degree in curiosity and advanced curiosity. That is merely schooling, however. When possible, I prefer fieldwork and observation to holotape eidetics. It has proven useful, especially now. I have become the expert on humanology and lobotomite behavior here at Big Mountain. My research doesn't descend into formography. It is only science.
How is 211 doctorates even possible?
Why, we create not only scientific marvels here at Big Mountain, but new sciences as well. Everything can be quantified, categorized, and dissected until every group can be subgrouped or partitioned.
That's a lot of titles.
What is a name without a title or suffix for the sake of hierarchy? It is a long-standing quantification of personality and importance. We could not do without it. Surely you must be aware of the gravity of such attached appellations, just as surely as you must have a title.
I'm sometimes called the courier.
Oh, a mailman. A delivery man. Someone who takes parcels from place to place using their primitive feet or similar conveyance.
Yeah.
You are the second one I've met in recent times. Very different specimens.
Wait, what? There was another courier?
Of course. You must have met others in your travels. This one had met other couriers too, although it sounded as if he hadn't met the correct one. He asked us all many questions, and then he asked a most perplexing one. We had to segment the event out of our memories for safety.
What was the question?
I do not know, nor should we try to access it. Perhaps Klein has the logs. My evaluation would be to let your own curiosity go. I do not think that Klein remembers the conversation as being satisfactory.
Why did you remove my brain, by the way?
Oh, removing it is a simple procedure. Well, except the complications it can cause to the heart and spine. But once the heart and spine are gone, no trouble at all. Clamp the subject down. One laser incision around the skull. Crack, snip, done. The brain is finally free of the skin envelope, which is then kept automated for cleanup duties around Big Mountain. Lobotomites. With you, however, something is definitely wrong. We've never had a lobotomite who kept speaking after being forcibly lobotomized. I am relieved the pacification field is working. If it didn't, I would broadcast some concern to my colleagues about safety protocols.
But how am I still talking and walking? I should be very, very dead.
That is a good question. My theory is that the Tesla coils in your brain pan are still connected to your brain somehow. It really could be anywhere. Brains are a lot smarter than most researchers give them credit for. We still have your spine and heart. If you were to somehow find your brain, wherever it sloped off to, you could humanically reduce yourself again.
Oh, yeah, that sounds good. Also, why do I feel so peaceful here, but still slightly on edge?
It is the pacification field emitters that are broadcasting into the emptiness of your skull. Without a brain, your aggression is suppressed in here.
Any way to shut it off?
Why would you want such a thing? You might surrender to your hormones and commit primal aggression on me, on us, again and again. Then I would have to return the favor, activating my vivisectors and gently lobotomizing you from behind. Not something I would relish doing. No, the only way to circumvent the field is to have a brain, and we extracted that like we do all the lobotomites here.
Okay, more questions.
An interrogation. How fascinating. Please begin.
What can you tell me about Mobius?
Dr. Mobius. A monstrous brain creased with wrinkles of 1,000 evils, with but one jaundiced eye with which to perceive the world. Exiled from the think tank for crimes too heinous to remain in recorded memory, and perhaps differences in research methodology. His one terrible eye forever peers at us, an eye of ever-increasing magnification. He watches from his dome in the Forbidden Zone, spying on us all.
You guys are kind of paranoid. I really don't understand how this tech Klein wants will help. A stealth suit which none of you can wear, and an emitter.
It'll all become clear. If not, at least we will have the technology here at the Dome, where all technology belongs. When we have all the technology, all the answers, we can share it with the world, piece by piece. All will be in order, and all will be like Big Mountain.
Oh god, no. What else can you tell me about the Big Empty?
The Big Empty? Now that's not a proper title for this research facility. You sound like previous test subjects that came here. This mountain, now crater, encompasses the sum total of knowledge of humankind. It is Big Mountain, where all questions can be answered. You'll see. No matter what your questions, Big Mountain will provide the answers, as it has done for so many before you.
Previous test subjects?
Oh yes, we've had other subjects visit. It's why we had to calibrate the pacification field and warm up our brainial beams and vivisectors. Only a short time ago, we had 3-1 subjects arrive, and they ruined several experiments, and even injured 2 of our staff. It is a shame their brains left with them. With you, however, we have taken precautions to ensure that problem won't repeat itself. We've conditioned you so you can't speak of this place, discuss our secrets, or attempt to use force against us in any way. Isn't that nice?
Not for me. 3 minus 1, so 2 subjects.
Because 3 minus 1 is 2. 2 spoke to us, one after the other. One mean, one curious. But there was a third we didn't speak to. The last one is the minus 1. It got traumatized, then taken to one of our medical centers for de-traumatization. A rather unsettling procedure.
What happened with the visitors?
Ask Dr. O. And you could have asked 8 once, until he was severely damaged in the attack. We like him better this way.
Oh, so it's not all fucking bad. More questions. That's enough. Thank you, dear.
Until our next interaction, my intriguing little lobotomite.
0. Hi. Remember how we're friends now?
Predictable. The lobotomite specimen returns. Its purpose?
Oh, shut up. I heard you and 8 were attacked by previous visitors.
I don't like to talk about it. 8, he can't talk about it. They fried his voice module. Something good. It wasn't all the visitors, though. Only one of them got out of control. He's the one that took control of Little Yangtze, our old human farm.
Tell me what happened.
This human. I can't believe it. He broke out of the think tank in seconds. Then he went for Yangtze, got bomb collars, and started practicing on the subjects that were still there until he got the right frequency. We were sending robots to stop him, and he was slicing and cutting through their shells with some souped-up laser gun like they were cheese paper. When he hacked into the mainframe, A tried to stop him and got fried. Me? He rerouted my processors to take control of the train network here. If you see the tunnels with the trains plowed into them, you can thank our visitor for that. He wrecked the whole place. While we were trying to keep containment on the surface, turns out he used one train to punch out a tunnel and escape. Sealed now, but...
Who were the others?
2 other human specimens. One arrived not long after the troublemaker, and the last one, not sure when he showed up. Thought the first one was going to be lobotomized in Y-17. She got out somehow. The last subject, Klein might know more. He talked to him, then let him leave the think tank. Hope he knew what he was doing.
Why's that?
Klein knows things we don't. And I think he told some of those things to the last visitor. Dangerous things if they ever got out.
So there are people running around a wasteland with the technology of this hellhole stashed away in their brains. That's enough for now.
Until our next scheduled audio transmission and reception, then.
Okay, let's, we've dealt with Dala. Let's see old, Dr. 8. Oh, this is gonna be fruitful. Do you understand me? Yeah, your voice module got damaged, I heard, in an attack. Is that yes or a no, or a yes, no? Can I ask you some questions? Who are you? Sounds important, I think. Do you know anything about Dr. Mobius of the Forbidden Zone? Alright, calm down. Just didn't mean to alarm you. Can you tell me anything about these technologies Klein wants? Preferably something useful. You're agitated or you're percolating at something. Tell me about the big mountain that is. You sound a little down. You're emitting characters in patterns of 8, bracketed with tone adjustments at the end. Well, I just heard the rhythm in the sequence is all. Well, all life is patterns, you just got to let the unconscious process them. So your broadcast pattern is Robco Termling, but not by choice. Can you tell me about the sonic emitter? Really, huh? Higgs Village. Can you point that out on my Pip-Boy? So your house is there. And there's an emitter code in your house in Higgs. Alright, 2 codes. One for jukebox, one for the opera. I'll keep an eye out. How did you fire up the sonic emitter when I arrived? Nothing to be embarrassed about, it's just that it's best to keep that stuff private, you know. So, can you tell me about the attack? So he didn't damage it, he reprogrammed it. I know what it means to be attacked without warning, trust me, Eights. Alright, don't get all sympathetic and mushy. If that's a Robco Termlink protocol, does that mean it can be hacked? If that's Termlink code, don't worry, I'm not going to take advantage of your exposed code. No problem, I know what it's like to be experimented on. Ain't fun. I'll be going now. Wondrous learning experiences provided by getting abducted and part of your brain chopped out. Well, ain't exactly fun. Anything good around here? Okay, Boros.
Has it come for hellos? You'll get no such satisfaction from me. The lobotomite animal before me. What other terrifying terrors will plague us in our quest for knowledge? Communists? Communist animals, perhaps? Be warned. Attempt to propaganda me. I will shriek as a frightened babe, calling loyal cyber dogs to my aid. Do you comprehend, commie animal?
Did you just call me an animal?
Yes, animal. Hormones, pores, glands, all wrapped up in skin. Who knows what terrifying secrets lie beneath your epidermis? Scalpels shall tell us your secrets, even if we must cut deep for such knowledge. I was head of my biology class at American High, you know.
Okay, who are you and what do you do here?
Before you is the brain of Dr. Boros, head of animology, beastology, and DNA scrambling technology here at Big Mountain. I lay the bones and hearts of animals bare beneath my searing gaze, especially the dogs. I did so love dogs once. Especially Gabe, that rascal. But there are many animals to shape. Industrious cazadors, the happy-go-lucky night stalkers. They are my living, breathing DNA test tubes.
Wait, you're responsible for cazadors?
Indeed. Docile, curious, safe, sterile. They are contained here at Big Mountain to preserve DNA and for observation.
Those things are all over goddamn Mojave, you idiot.
No, such creatures are found only here, for research purposes. They would no more be capable of escape than breeding.
I don't think they're sterile. Trust me, they've bred, alright?
I cannot expect a lobotomite to understand the careful surgical castrating procedures used in their creation. Perhaps a demonstration of my castrating power would settle your doubts.
Yeah, go ahead. You might end up making me more fertile or impregnate me.
Impregnate you? What? Do you want to make me vomit inside my tank? The mere notion makes the edges of my biomed gel crystallize into asymmetrical patterns.
You don't seem to have grasp on your own goddamn research.
Nonsense! That is what you speak. Nonsense from beyond. I was at the top of my high school class in American high school. I knew facts. I knew figures. I knew data. We would know if our research was flawed. It is not. We never contradict ourselves, so do not even try.
Alright, when did you create cazadors?
In 2000, let's see, carry the 3, then count backwards from the Great Static, or beyond. There were the tarantula debates, and something about hawks, which made it around 2003, May, Tuesday? It was definitely Tuesday. Why are we even debating this? What you ask is of no importance. Mobius besieges us. There are more important things to worry about than data and facts.
Do you have any grasp on time? Fine, I want to know about Mobius and the Forbidden Zone.
The malignant tumor that is Mobius plagues us all. His hunger for power, insatiable. From his lair in the Forbidden Zone, his terrifying robo-scorpion army clicks and whirs across the crater of Big Mountain, ever seeking, ever stinging. He must be stopped, or all of Big Mountain shall be destroyed.
You've never actually gone out. I highly doubt that there are robo-scorpions there. So tell me about radar fence.
The radar fence protects us all. If evidence is correct, the one who built it is me. It keeps anything with a disembodied brain inside, like us, and anything without a brain also inside. It is the ultimate defense against communist aggression. There'll be no infectious ideas on my watch.
Wait, so that means you're trapped here as well?
Trapped? Nonsense! We are secure here from evil philosophies. Ever since my anxiety-filled days of powerlessness and being bullied in American high school, I have dreamed of such security as the fence. That and giant cybernetic dogs that would ruthlessly patrol and kill anyone who wasn't my friend, like Richie Marcus and Betsy Bright. Who's laughing now, Betsy? I hope you and Richie are happy smoking in your radioactive coffins. I'm glad you never came to my birthday party.
Okay, you have issues. You are aware there's a whole world beyond this place?
No! Beyond is death, despite mounting evidence to the contrary. No matter where these strange humans wander in from with their ideas and new brains, there is nothing beyond Big Mountain.
Evidence to the contrary?
Enough! Stop filling my precious brain cell units with irrelevant data. You sound like the other visitors, making wild claims of a world beyond, where there is a war beyond war. It is unproven and unthinkable. Bother the other doctors with your crackpot theories. I have no time. None of us do.
Oh, Jesus, you're such an asshole. So why does Klein want these particular technologies?
There is logic and purpose in it. If these technologies are needed to pierce the forbidden zone, so be it. Science is powerful, and in the right hands, our hands, if we had hands, we would be nigh unstoppable.
Not another power play for the Mojave. So tell me about the Big Mountain.
It is our home, threatened by the horrors of Mobius. All we wish to do is continue our research, layer upon layer, above and beneath the floor of the crater, until we have our answers. But no, Mobius will not let us rest, scaring us with his scary robots with their laser tails and blowing up all the time.
This crater looks like it's been tack-teamed by a giant fuckbot.
It was not our first choice of testing grounds, but we no longer have the luxuries of our test cities. Then we lost the mountain. After the explosion, we couldn't find it anymore. So the crater became our testing grounds for science.
Test cities?
Yes. In the past, individuals would come to us, pay for technology, and if their town, community, or city was just right, we could use that city as a controlled experiment. Vault-Tec was much better at it, of course. We had to make do. Get permission. Sometimes. If only we could have used commie cities. But capturing whole cities was hard, so we captured enough commies to make cities of our own. So we had a group of Chinese prisoners to experiment on. Those were the days. But the true test was science on unsuspecting Americans. Whether it was holograms, new autodocs, toxins, vending machines, we wound them up, let them go into tiny, isolated towns. Then we observed.
That's morally abhorrent. And also explains the Sierra Madre. So what was this explosion?
Boom! Yes, quite unexpected and embarrassing. All better now after the landscaping, though. Much more pleasing to our monitors. And the crater helps keep everything inside, because it is bowl-shaped.
I have other questions.
Submit your questions. I shall respond with deadly answers.
Never mind.
Until next time, then. Provided there is a next time. For any of us.
Ugh, Christ. This is beyond all levels of fucked up. Alright, I'll speak to Klein and then be done with this. Get technology, get out of here. Easy. Easy peasy.